U.S. presidential candidate for the Transhumanist Party, Zoltan Istvan.
The primary goal of transhumanism is to try to overcome biological death. My platform is very much to try to change the national conversation, to talk about designer babies, to talk about how is the military going to handle artificial intelligence. If a robotic arm comes onto the market and it's better than my arm, I'm going to electively get it. A human might end up being like we see an ant now, you know, I mean, we'll look at a human experience and be, wow, that was so trivial.
The beauty of being human is making those mistakes.
Oh, making those mistakes.
Right? Your body failing at a tragic moment, or someone getting hit by lightning, or having a massive coronary, and it reminds us that we're mortal, and then we make changes, and you know what I mean? These are all engineered into the human equation, aren't they? And you're talking about engineering those things out.
Hi, my name is Zoltan Istvan, and I'm the 2016 U.S. presidential candidate of the Transhumanist Party, and I am going to be driving a 40-foot coffin bus across America promoting transhumanism and life extension. It's something that's going to work. It's something that's going to wake up America and get people thinking that perhaps we don't have to die. Perhaps we can use science and technology to overcome our biological mortality. The Immortality Bus is a wild idea to traverse the United States, hopefully getting people to think about using science and technology to overcome aging, to overcome death, and to embrace transhumanism.
People don't necessarily understand or even accept the fact that we might be able to live forever. And for me, that's the main thing about transhumanism, which is different than other things. Can you kind of describe that idea?
Sure. You know, so I just like to say transhumanism is an international social movement of people trying to use science and technology to radically modify or improve the human body and improve the human experience. And that could range from anything from bionic hearts to artificial limbs to cranial implants to driverless cars.
Mobile phones?
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, some people will say transhumanism was the first time a primate picked up a rock and made an axe out of it, or a hammer. But you know, I like to think of transhumanism more in terms of the radical science that we're just encroaching upon in our lives and in civilization right now. But certainly an iPhone, I mean, if you look back even 5 years, how dramatic it's in some smartphones, what it's done to society, it's very transhumanist.
It freaks a lot of people out. I'm sure religious people come to you, all sorts of other spiritual people come to you. They say, death is not the end. It's part of the process. You know, what do you say? Do you have arguments for all these different angles that hit you?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think when you're talking about religious people, that's such a large conundrum that transhumanists have, because first off, most of the world is still quite religious. In America especially, 85% of the people are religious. It means that they are not worried about dying as much because they're just going to die and go meet their maker and, you know, have a perfect life. I'm an atheist. I've openly been one for a long time
Always
now.
Have been?
Not always. I had a Catholic upbringing and even went to Catholic school. I actually became an atheist after I read the Bible when I was 18 years old. I decided at one point to read the Bible cover to cover, and the moment I closed the very last page, I just was done, because it just was too crazy, too much violence, too many insane things happening. I take it as wonderful literature, but I did not believe in God after that. But yes, my platform is very much to try to change the national conversation, to get other people, including the potential politicians who are going to win the presidency, to talk about designer babies, to talk about how is the military going to handle artificial intelligence? How are we going to handle it if Russia gets artificial intelligence first? To talk about what are we going to do with Social Security, not because we're running out of money, but because everybody is going to live to 150 and beyond over the next 20 or 30 years. These are incredibly important concepts, and very few people are addressing them.